actually working? Is this actually working? And let's see. Well, that's fantastic. Let me ask. Let's see, Dr. Mac, do you have an audio check? Can you give me an audio check in general chat if you can actually hear me? I think I'm already streaming. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, and I see some new people as well. Like as bloody. Yeah. As bloody as the outcome of Genesis was, I wasn't kidding when I said the tokenomics can handle it. Yeah. Or even more so. Yeah. Red candles can't kill this project. How's everyone doing today? I can't type, but I'm trying. I'm getting better. Yeah. I mean, do you guys get what I'm saying? So, like, it's only 18x? That's fucking fantastic. I believe it was 100x before, right? Or even more. It was like 200x. I believe Pyre Phantom was, in fact, a 200x a peg at some point. Like, recently. Like Q4 of 2025, I believe it was a 200x. Yeah? 170. There you go. 170x, I believe, is what Dr. Mac is saying. So, yeah. So, what that means is that, what? It 10x'd? That's basically what it means. Yeah, somebody has decided to 10x Pyre Phantom. I will say this, Alexi, like, even though you guys don't see a lot happening, I'm continuing to have conversations with, I guess, we'll call it like the early stage influencers, like the people that I want to show Learn Pyre to get their feedback on Learn Pyre. Not even like promote it yet, but I want them to, like, them being influencers and video promoters, get their feedback on like what they think it'll work. Because a lot of people with bigger followings than even promoted us in the past, they're very, very excited about me working on this for as long as I have. Hey, Alexi, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like, there's at least a dozen of you, you know, there's at least, I would say there's up to like 30 people that actually do understand this project and like they do actually think we're going to make it and they can understand that we're going to make it because they have the complete, I guess, the epiphany set. Like, they have the concept backing. So there is probably like a few dozen. It's not just you and Dr. Mac. Lots of lurkers for whatever reason. They don't hang out in chat. They're just not extroverted enough. But it's fine. It's fine. You know, I was talking internally about timelines and expectations and like output and things like that. And I was telling a story about how long things actually took. Well, there you go, Alexi. Well, you can always pretend you are. I don't know. With enough confidence, you can open a medical practice. Yeah, people do it all the time. They just roll right into it and start booking appointments. Anyways, I'll say this. I don't know if people realize this, but we acquired, like, the Century Circus, we acquired Frozen Tomb prior to Pyre having a design, right? Like, Pyre did not exist. And we acquired it in around May of 2022, which is almost 4 years ago. So we've acquired Frozen, we've had Frozen Tomb and Snow Tomb for almost 4 years. Now, in order for us to get to the original blueprint, like the design documents of Phase 1 of Pyre, I did not complete that until like June of 2023. I was working on it a year after acquiring it and then didn't complete it until June of 2023. As soon as I completed it, the circus lost our devs. Like, we lost 2 devs and replaced them. Like, so we had to spend all summer, like, figuring out the talent problem. And then after August, like, when we figured out the talent problem, well, actually, we acquired 2 and 3 and before the Revelation Tour. But, like, then it took us, like, another 4 to 6 months just to get to open beta. right? Another 4 to 6 months. And then after open beta, it was like another 4 to 6 months to get to launch Genesis. And then Genesis was, well, first it was like 6 weeks long. Version 2 was like 6 months long, right? And then that was like about a year and some change ago, right? It ended. And of course, now we've been waiting a year on Learn Pyre. But I just want to make it clear, like, things can seem like they're a very long time, but we've already had like a long-term tenacity going into this. And like, considering the upside, like, not just getting to peg, which I think a lot of people think is like all that there is to this project, but like, the fact of the matter is that we're going to get to peg and it's not going to be a pump and dump. Like, we're going to get to peg and like we're going to have a user base that continues involving themselves, engaging with, buying and selling, swapping with the tokens, playing the derivative games, whether it's just trading the waveforms or actually playing the IWV or Metatrage or all of the other like diversified strategies that come out of this project, etc., etc. On top of the fact that we have other tomb forks to plug into this on other chains. On top of the fact that we're going to launch eventually more of Pyre to involve more chains. We're going to be on more EVM chains, like legitimately. That'll be more like beginning of phase 2, I guess. But like all of these things have upside. And the fact of the matter is that once we have like the complete A to Z, like we're gonna be like the most lucrative thing in Web3 for a while. Like it's, think about it like this, guys. Think about it like this. Think about how easy it is to fork a project in Web3. Like they spin them up in like 72 hours or less. Pump.fun like was legitimately, it just automated the process of launching a meme coin. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Right? Like they just automate the process of launching a copycat project, right? But I want you guys to think about this. Like, think about how hard it's going to be for people to copy us. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Because, like, nobody's going to want to wade through the swamp like I have, like we have. I mean that to be an inclusive statement. I don't mean that to mean just my journey. I know that you guys have had difficulty as well, because you have to probably at least once a month, like, think about your exposure to this project and make a decision on whether you want to increase, decrease, or leave it the same, right? And if you've been paying attention to this project for so long, it would be ridiculous for me to assume that you're underinvested. Like, you don't have a sizable amount of money in here. Make sense? Like this, the outcome of this project changes your life, at least in a small way, right? It might. Yes or no? Yeah. And it's fine, but I really hope when that happens, you guys don't ruin your life in celebration, because that happens to a lot of people as well. And like, there's just this ongoing set of like traps that you have to like navigate through, like after you become successful. Does that make sense? Because anybody can be rich for a day in Web3. Do you guys know what I mean? We talk about it on the How to Tell When to Sell video, actually, right? Anybody can be a millionaire for a day, right? A multi-millionaire for a day. We were looking at the market caps for Moon River and Moonbeam. Do you guys remember those chains? Really, I was talking to Dr. Mack and Alexi. I know Dr. Mack remembers them. I was looking at it with him. And they used to be 800 million or a billion in market cap. They used to be like both over $800 million in market cap. And now they're both under 20 million in market cap. That is a 97.5% crash. Well, Alexi, I'll tell you this. Sometimes being clustered into one chain, if that's Phantom, or I guess I know you're in Binance too or whatever, but you know, you can always take profit off of Phantom, because Phantom will probably lead the pack and then move that over to the other chains. Granted, everybody's gonna be doing that at the same time, so you know, it'll be a balancing act, but like, you'll be fine either way. I'm not even thinking about optimizing my portfolio. Does that make sense? Like when I'm launching this, it's like however much I have, that's how much I'm supposed to have. Because once we do this once, I get the knowledge of the right way to do it. So like, we're going to do this on more chains. So I'll focus more on optimizing on like red and yellow and green and purple chains. Do you guys get what I'm saying there? Oh yeah, Alexi, but isn't that cool? I was talking about that as well. because Phantom's price is so low, we have the ability to buy nodes at like under 10,000 each. I think it's like 5,000 each or 4,000 each. So we can effectively basically just claim our own chain and then like resurrect it like completely by itself. And then because Phantom's price is so low, just like Pyre Phantom, it's easy to bring up. Do you guys get what I'm saying there? Yeah. Like, so, because of that, it also primes us for that position as well. And when you're holding Pyre Phantom, you also get that multiplier. So if you were saying, Alexi, it's only 18x back to peg, it's like, well, we could probably also get Phantom to, I don't know, a higher number. Doing the price prediction on Phantom as a gas coin is much, much harder. I have no idea what we can get it to. I would say we could get it to $1, but that'll probably be like an ongoing thing. I would say maybe by the time we're at like phase 5, it'll definitely be above $1, maybe several dollars. I don't fucking know. But we don't know what the market cap will be because Phantom's tokenomics are different now due to the fact that they get bridged over to fucking Sonic or whatever. They mead for S. Right? So like FTM as a tokenomics like equation is a much different system than it was, in 2022 or whatever, 2021. Yeah. I'm in fact I'm in fact seeing the light at the end of the tunnel as far as like these setbacks go. Like I do feel that a whole bunch of things are happening like very close by, and when they all happen, we're just going to have all the speed we need. Well, Alexi, not to our knowledge. Now, like, what it would take is possibly if there was like okay. I don't believe so. Like, do you know what I mean? Because, like, there's supposed to be like a DAO mechanism associated with like running a node. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there's supposed to be like this voting mechanism, and if you want to change anything, you vote, right? I think one of the reasons Phantom Foundation keeps running nodes is so that somebody can't vote the chain to death. Does that make sense to you guys? But we're probably going to spin up a bunch of nodes for it ourselves and kind of like try to crowd them out on the chain. Anyways, I think I'm streaming to YouTube at least. Anyways, let's see. I know that the global news, like geopolitical news worldwide, is some of the most bearish stuff in the world. I think it's fucking weird for me to talk about geopolitics and say like, hey guys, the United States is fucked. Like, the national debt is never going to go down. The Fed is never going to get back to, like, I don't know, solvency. The military-industrial complex is bought and paid for. Like, I don't know. Everything seems like it's fucked. Like nothing is even remotely functional. But I think that we're kind of, like, embarking at the exact right time. I was saying before that I think maybe the United States has maybe 25 years left before perhaps political collapse. I don't know. Like I can't predict everything, right? And I do get timelines wrong. Let's be honest. I do get timelines wrong. But I'll be honest. I get timelines wrong more often when it's based on me. I don't get them that wrong when I'm talking about other people. Yeah, I will say that. Who knows, Alexi? Who knows? But I will say this. Like, I don't feel any of that bearishness applies to what we're doing. I think that we are meant to be like that beacon that can help solve some of these banking problems that are either already happening in countries like Turkey, Venezuela, Argentina, other countries that are kind of inflated. Because somebody has to. Yeah, somebody has to. Little by little, bit by bit. Yeah. It's hard for me to explain. But I appreciate everybody's patience because I continue to not have like content for the announcement. I wanted to make a map. I still will eventually. I continue to have to solve one problem at a time, and it's a trial of patience. But like, I only have a few more problems to solve. I have like 3 more problems to solve that are not related to this project, and then once those 3 are done, which should be only a few more weeks, I will effectively be moving at light speed. We'll have a supercomputer too. We'll have a fucking server cabinet here. It'll be humming away, working magic. I'll be able to produce content all the fucking time. And you'll have like a true surge of bullishness. And then people will be like, wow, Pyre Phantom, only 5x the peg, and we haven't even launched Learn Pyre yet? Whoosh. Right? Exciting times. Would you guys agree? Well, anyways, I hope you guys are feeling better. I don't know what else to say. Like, sometimes I come on here and it's like this air of dread, but I just don't feel it right now. I think that like we're pushing through, we're gonna make it. Again, the tokenomics could handle it. Like, I mean, I guess people bought it up, but like, I guess enough people saw enough proof that it doesn't die, right? Yes, Alexi, yeah. So again, we're gonna try to build the okay, I have been trying to corral my devs to build the yield dashboard on the BNB side, right? Have you seen the yield dashboard on the BSC side? So I have a friend. He's actually in Dubai right now, which is not exactly the best place to be, but he has a bunch of idle capital and he wants to help this project. So I'm not gonna have him move a lot of money onto Phantom before the circus runs Phantom nodes. So I set up Kia Dezo with the right permissions, so he should be able to get the yield dashboard on BNB. I will have that meeting on Friday of this week, and we'll be able to see what we actually make happen. Because as soon as we have that yield dashboard, I can ideally get somebody to begin deploying enough that we start seeing a 5-figure TBL in blue chips. And what I mean by that is, it'll probably be like day 1, we put like $1,000 onto BNB just to kind of see how the yield dashboard does. But then over time, I'm going to explain to him that he should actually increase his exposure to 10K or 20K or 30K or 40K, something like that. Because the BNB side has is very, very, how should I describe it? It's very small, right? 10K or 20K or 30K of TVL over there might cause Pyre BNB to start fucking moving, like, quickly. And if Pyre BNB starts moving quickly, then Dibs might also start moving quickly. Does that make sense? And this also is really good data because now we know like how much we need in blue chips for to make the buy pressure work by itself. Does that make sense? Like, that's the idea. And again, Alexi, it's like yeah, I can only, you know, cheerlead the devs so loud. Like, they do end up finding the time to make things happen. But I believe that it's all set up on my end now, so I don't need to give them anything else. I believe that they can now do it. They might be working on it right now. I have no idea. Once that's there, though, I can actually set that up. So I am just, in fact, waiting for that to happen. You know, I don't know if that would be the most secure decision. Yeah. I just really feel like having a as a banker, right? Like, as a banker, like, the security you design with has to be like top shelf, because like you're kind of like telling people that it's safe, and if it's not safe, you destroy your credibility, which means you're no longer a bank. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, so that's kind of like the job, to make sure that, you know, I have to be the risk leader, as it were. Which is also why I'm not bringing the Dubai money onto Phantom, because I have to, it would be a real tragedy if, you know, something stupid happened and I'm the one that like brought a newbie into Web3 and then he has 30 grand or whatever locked up and he can't do anything with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But don't worry, I'm going to have a chunk of money soon and then I'll be bringing it onto Phantom so I can be the risk leader. You know, the first person to take the risk. Which means that if something bad happens to me, people know not to, but I'll take the risk. Which is the job. That's the job description. And you guys know that, I think. Anyways, do you guys have any other major questions? Like, I wish I had something more tangible. At this point, everything is like next week more because I could, in fact, be getting visited by the hardware. Okay. Damn it, blacked out on me. Okay. We could be getting the hardware set up this week. I just don't know because it's not. That's not bound to my schedule. That's bound to my sponsor's schedule, who is all over the place. He might be. I might call him today and ask him if he wants to come Friday, and maybe he'll know. That might be feasible. In which case, Friday we can begin this hardware supercomputer project like quickly. Does that make sense, y'all? Oh, on April 15th, I'm also being visited by a friend of mine who is like a Bitcoin OG, going back to like 2011, and he's always useful for dozens of things. Anyways, I hope you guys are not sad. Again, Pyre Phantom, only 18x the peg. Bullish. Yeah. By the way, wasn't me. Like, I literally only, like, work on what I'm working on. Again, like, whatever tokens I have right now, that's the one that God wants me to have, and optimizing in the future will be, like, the other forks, the other projects, the other chains we add to Pyre. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, right now, I feel very much like I'm crawling to the finish line, so I don't need to, like, worry about the photo finish, or, like, could I have done better? It's mostly, like, complete the whole A to Z thing, and then I can just scale that infinitely. I don't know how to describe it. Getting to peg with Learn Pyre working means I've invented the decentralized credit union. And if I've invented the decentralized credit union, I'm not going to have money problems in the realm of scarcity anymore. Does that make sense to you guys? And maybe that's different for y'all. Like, you guys want maybe I want 11 million and not 9. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, I do not give a fuck about that. But like, if I've invented the world's first decentralized credit union, like, I now have money problems that come from having a lot of it and the ability to create a lot of it as well. And I don't mean make money. I don't mean make money like collect it. I mean like make it like generate it, like issuing lines of credit, like issuing my own money, etc., etc. So like that's a very important job. And again, once that's been realized, like, I don't really care if, you know, it's 30% different one way or another. Do you guys know what I mean? Because I don't really have, like, this project is my life. It's this project and solving the problems that get in the way of me working on this project. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's all I have. I don't need anything else. Is that clear? I'm not making sense, y'all? Anyways, I do like this background. It's turning into a happy accident. You can see the orange, the blue light coming from here and the orange from here, and it just works perfectly. Yeah. There's a little bit of glare on me still. We'll get that all sorted out for the Learn Pyre videos, of course. Anyways, thanks for coming along the ride. Yeah, we are going to make it. Yeah, you are going to see stuff happen. I don't know. I'm going to keep saying soon, but like, yeah. Yeah, Alexia, I feel it. Yeah. Because like, as soon as we have, there's almost no possible way that we're not going to get this gigantic check like in the next 90 days. Yeah, like I know that I'm also going to have other support coming in the next 90 days. Like guaranteed in the next 90 days. These are huge bolsters for me. Like they do like launch me. They make everything faster and quicker and better. I don't know how else to describe it, but that is true. Money is speed. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's all it is. Time value of money, money value of time. Money is speed. All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the Pyre stream. I hope this was valuable to you in some way. I hope I was able to at least answer some questions. At least show you that I'm still alive and still working on this. It would be exhausting for me to come to this stream week after week and like carry this on if I wasn't serious. Again, we acquired Frozen Tomb in May of 2022. So I have had this burden on my shoulder for almost 4 years. Like, I'm not fucking... Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get sad now. Like, I was sad 2 years ago. Do you guys know what I mean? Yeah. I was sad. Actually, a year ago, I was very fucking bullish. A year ago, I was building the flip book, and I was writing the thing. A year ago, I felt like I was finally out of the fucking... finally out of the gauntlet, and then again, another pitfall. Do you know what's great about learning the skill storytelling? Like, after I get done with TIFF, I'm probably going to make a comic book just about my life building this project. Like, I think that'll be a fucking hit. Do you guys know what I mean? Legitimately, just the journey, Five's journey to Pyre. Yeah. I mean, I would just do it as a comic book, as like community content. Like, hey guys, by the way, I made this as well. We'll have a fucking supercomputer, so I'll be able to make myself a Laura. I will be able to fucking make a comic book about me, and then legitimately like tell the story starting in the beginning, or I guess the end of 2021. Yeah, I could start with the John Mack definition too, but I probably won't. But anyways, okay. Thank you guys for coming to the Pyre stream. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.